Get ready. 68 books, 7 rounds, 4 brackets, 1 champion, and 1 out-of-shape referee. It's Book March Madness. Submit your own titles, vote for your favorites, watch the fierce competition, and predict your champion to enter to win a prize. Who will be left standing when the final buzzer sounds? Only you can decide. Let's do this!
I'm so excited. Oh, ever since we finished March Madness last year, I have been raring to go. I was full of so many ideas for what to do this year. I worked out, hopefully, all of the kinks, and I learned a lot. I didn't know that there was going to be overtime last time we did this. There were books that were tied for nearly the whole voting period. I had to pull contingency out of nowhere. Did not plan for that at all, but it made for an exciting competition. If you have never participated in Book March Madness, welcome to the busiest month of my life. Oh, it's such a fun competition, and it's super easy. For the entire month of March, here on this channel and on my Instagram page, you will be receiving book pairings on which you can vote. And the books that have the most votes at the end of each round move on in the competition, and those that don't, we go from 68 titles to 1 champion at the end of the month. And if you follow this competition all the way, there will be a chance for you to predict your winner. And if you predict correctly, I mean, it's a 50-50 shot, you will be entered into the drawing for a big bookish prize that features a lot of really cool small business bookish owners. You will also receive a copy of the winning title and a copy of a book off of your wish list. It's an excellent prize, so make sure you stay tuned for the entire competition and vote and participate, because otherwise this doesn't exist. This competition is strictly based on your vote, so make sure that you vote and you pick which titles are your favorites. Now, the first 4 videos during the month of March aren't voting videos, but you do still get to participate. The first 4 videos are all introduction videos, introducing you to the titles that are going to be in the competition. Why 4 videos? Because there are 4 brackets or categories that are involved in this competition. Each of them has a different theme, and for the most part, their criteria based on which I picked the books is the same, with the exception of 1 bracket. And we'll get to that. That's the last one I'll be doing. But today, it's pretty straightforward. It's the fiction bracket. So in this bracket, we have 16 titles. 8 of them are new releases. I call them the rookies. Going up against the classics of the genre, I call the well-established champions. These books are ranked and ready to go, but they're not in any particular order, so you don't know which are ranked where. Just introducing you to the titles that are in this bracket. Now, how do I participate in these videos? Good question. Because I give myself entirely too much autonomy when putting together this competition, I am very aware that I will most likely miss a title that you think belongs in this competition. So for 36 hours after each of these videos goes up, you have the opportunity to suggest a title that you think belongs in this bracket, whether it's a rookie release, whether it's a champion of the genre, whatever. There will be a link down in the description, or again, if you follow me on Instagram, there will be a link in my stories for about 36 hours for you to suggest a title that you think belongs in the fiction genre. The most suggested title wins. That's how it works. I'll remind you again at the end of the video, but for now, let's meet the rookie releases of the fiction genre. If I'm not looking directly at camera, it's because there's a list that I am reading from off screen. I'll make sure that all the book covers are also on screen so you can see what I am talking about. Without further ado, we have Once There Were Wolves by Charlotte McConaughey. We have The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. We have Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr. We have Anxious People by Friedrich Bachman. We have Dial A for Aunties by Jesse E. Sutanto. And we have Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. The last 2 are Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed and American Dirt by Janine Cummins. Those are all the rookie releases. Many of them will probably look familiar to you because they are the hot tickets of the past 2 years. They are rising stars, if you will, and I am very curious to see how well they do in this competition. Now for the classic fiction. When I tell you that this was such a hard decision, there are literally... Fiction is such an all-encompassing genre. There were so many good ones to pick from. It was a struggle, but hopefully I ended up with some that I think will be interesting contenders. So without further ado, let's meet the well-established champions of the fiction bracket. We have One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Casey. We have Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret by Judy Blume. We have The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. And we have Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. When I tell you that this title makes me nervous, I'm anxious to see how this one does. We have Infinite Jest by David Foster Wallace. We have Lord of the Flies by William Golding. And the final two are A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens and The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. Whew, those are big titles of the fiction genre. Up against those new releases, I am very curious to see how this bracket does. Again, these books aren't ranked. That will be revealed on Selection Saturday on March 12th when we see all of the titles that are all in their pairings on my beautiful board that will be over here. You get to see all of them. Ooh, I'm so excited. And then starting on March 15th, you get to vote. The first voting competition is the First Four competition, in which the titles that you think belong in this competition go up against the lowest ranked in each category. So now's the time for you to suggest a title that you think belongs in the fiction bracket. What title did I miss? Which book do you think needs to be in this competition that should be fairly represented, that you want to see go all the way to the top? Click on the link down below and submit your title. Ooh, I'm so excited. I have been waiting for this all year. And now that the first introduction video is out of the way, let the competition begin. You have 36 hours to submit your title. Go, 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 go. And I will see you in 2 days with an introduction to a brand new bracket.